Well, howdy, folks. It is racing today out at the Vaal. It's a Tuesday, the 28th of June, and we're well into our Hollywood Bets Durban July week. Lyall Cooper's joined me for the morning preview. It's a great pleasure to have him on board with Clocking the Gallop and his selections. Lyall, just days away now from the big day and lots of news. Unfortunately, the poor news yesterday that Rachel Venneker won't be riding in her first July this year.
Yeah, I'm sure she's quite distraught, Nico. I would have made history, and that is sad. But she'll be back. She's young, she's strong, and she'll be back, and she'll ride many Julys, and hopefully she can win one. But like you say, Nico, there's a nice vibe about this year's Durban July. Strong media around it, and looking forward to the day.
Absolutely, lots of waters that still flow under the bridge. And before we do go into today's selections, I just wanted to remind everyone that we do have our very, very popular Clocking the Gallop extra tipping service, Lyall, coming up this week. And this is for people that don't know about it. I'm quickly going to tell you that you pay 250 Rand and you'll get your selections for 4 days of racing action this weekend, starting on Friday for Fairview, going into Saturday's Hollywood Bets Durban July meeting at Greyville, then Sunday at Turffontein, and finally Kenilworth Racing on Monday, the 4th of July. Just pay your money into the bank account on the screen and then send us an email or a WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 079-390-5747. Remember, the cutoff of this is Friday morning, so you only have until Friday morning to do so, and we're looking forward to hearing from you more on that during the course of the week. So lots to look forward to this week. And we're going to look ahead to today's 8 races out at the Vaal on the main course today. All the races up the straight today, Lyall.
All straight, yeah. All 8 races are straight. So that's lovely, yeah. Nice and easy.
Well, great news as well that Pierce Stradom had his winning comeback ride, first ride back after a lengthy spell out the irons. Great to see, but he was blowing quite heavily after the race, so he'll be better for that win, wasn't he?
He will, yeah. Like he said he needed the outing, and I see in race 2, Mark Kahn and Pierce Stradom taking each other on. So lovely to see the 2 champions in the same race.
It's amazing, rolling back the years. And that's song by Simply Red, I think it was. Anyway, let's move on to today's racing. First race of the day jumps at 12:25. It's a maiden juvenile plate for fillies over 1400. Scratched here is number 10, Queen of Smoke, is a scratching in the first race. And number 1, Bee in My Bonnet, wears a compression mask. The money, all the money, has been for Ororari Gold, number 8, from 4-1 into 9-4. I thought it went pretty close to winning last time out. I thought it would win last time out. But I think maybe today might well be her day.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Nick. I thought Ororari Gold is the right one. The daughter of Oratorio. She was 4-1. She's been really backed in heavily now. She's drawn perfectly at 13. And of course, I will let the punters know about the draw. Generally, it can favor the outside, but I'll speak to the jockeys after races 1, 2, and 3 and see where the going is. But Ororari Gold drawn 13 with Inform Muzieni aboard. And like you say, Nico, holds 1 or 2 on that last run. The bit of value I thought could be the 9, Percussionist, the daughter of Skid Skizzle, wasn't disgraced on debut. And then some bigger value at the bottom there, Nico, for the places, Silver Clock and Tried and True. There's no Miss Daisy here. Number 13, no Miss Daisies in this race, almost Cools for that matter, or Maharani. So there could be a little bit of value there about the 13, certainly for a place.
Yeah, Tried and True. Mark Kahn gets his leg up aboard the Daughter of Crusade. Billy Rates is his big day on Saturday. He's got 2 runners in that sales race in the first race of the day at Greyville. And, well, Tried and True, I agree with you, has got the form. 1 draw worries me a little bit down the straight. We'll have to see where the draws are playing out, but Tried and True also a runner there. But I think they've got to go to beat Ororari Gold in the first race of the day as Lyall.
Agreed.
That's the first race. Let's move on to race 2. This is the start of the place accumulator, maiden juvenile plate, 1400 meters. Scratch number 2, Ascendancy. That's a late scratching. Number 7, ETA, is written by Ryan Munger. And then blinkers go on number 6, Chassin. This one, Alamites in front, Unshot behind, and a tongue tie number 12, Pool Harbour. So those are the changes in the second. Let's have a look at the betting. Any marked support for anything over here? It's just the 16 without equal is the horse to beat, according to the betting anyway. 13-10. Are you on this one?
Yeah, I was looking towards the bottom of this page, Nico, with number 16 without equal. Those form lines, they've worked out pretty well. Takenaught's come out and won twice from that last form line. The mare, of course, we know her well. Trophy Wife was with Sean Terry, and she won 7 times. Very versatile. So I think 16 is the right one. Back from a rest, from Sean Terry. That doesn't matter when they come back from a rest. I did think number 15, the Wolf of Wolseley, could be a little bit of an improver here. And then I thought as a bit of a price as well, the 9, Home of the Brave, who is on debut here. The mare did win 6 times. Tyrone Zaki and Gavin Larina. So I'm just going to keep that one close as well. But I did think they all had to beat 16, but 15 and 9 are of interest to me as well.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I do think Without Equal it's going to prove hard to beat. I do these unofficial ratings on the juveniles, Lyle, and my rating Without Equal comes to about 90, and I don't think anything else has reached a 90 at this stage of their career. So I'm all aboard Without Equal here. I think that is ready to break its maiden in race 2.
And a bank, and certainly a banker in the PO. It'd be a shock if it missed the top 3.
But barring anything for the first timers, the newcomers, we need to just have a look at what's happening there. But both you and I are on course today, which is interesting. Both are wearing our puffy jackets for the cold.
Correct.
We'll both be there to make sure that we get the lowdown on.
And we must also mention, Nico, that there was some rain out there. We forgot to mention earlier. So the going is good to soft at the moment. Yeah, it's good. So there we go.
It's good to soft that 33 mils during the week, but I'm sure that it's going to come up a lot closer than good to soft later on.
It'll be perfect. Perfect.
Absolutely. Let's move on to the third race, which is a maiden over 1,600 meters. Start of the pick 6. Here, of course, Parker Getrix is out because it was a winner the other day and a maiden, and I didn't go for it. Number 4, Bye Bye Birdie's ridden by Samanga Kumalo. And then 3 Skyrun and 8 Stepping Out Alamites in front, Unshod behind. Well, all the support here is for the source Meridius, number 7, who's 6.5 to 10. And then there's some money actually for Stepping Out. In fact, Stepping Out's attracted support from 7 to 1 into 7 to 2. So that's the money horse, actually. Now, Meridius beat Stepping Out on debut by 5 lengths. People are of the opinion that Stepping Out will turn the tables, or some people are anyway.
Yeah, no, to me, Nico, it's not the strongest field. So I thought Meridius is certainly the horse to beat here. And with not much from anything else, that could be a banker in quite a few bets here. The mare did win 7 times, 5 times, I should say, all over the sprint, all over 1,000 meters, which is interesting. And actually, it's just thrown it straight over 1450 on debut. But certainly the horse to beat. I do have respect for improvement from number 8 and maybe number 1, Flower Forever from the Grand Maroon stable to give the favourite a go. But for me, Nico, Meridius does look quite hard to beat.
Okay, so Meridius for Lyle. I just wanted to add 1 into the mix there, and that is number 4, Bye Bye Birdie. Now, it was going to be ridden by Warren Kennedy, but of course, he's not making the trip up to Joburg today. So Samanga Kumalo hops aboard, the son of Bezrin. And the only reason I'm mentioning it, Lyle, is because some of the family have won up the Vaal straight. And I'm a firm opinion that if the family win up the Vaal, it's a specialist course. The rest of the family may follow suit. So I'm mentioning that Bye Bye Birdie for me, maybe, well, then if it does win, you can say a little birdie told when you do the connections. But I'm just adding that one in to your Meridian.
Okay, perfect. I like it.
Okay, let's move on to race 4. It's a maiden plate. First leg of the first jackpot, 2 p.m. over 1,600 meters. Race 4. Changes here. Just number 5, Song of Angels, has a set of earmuffs on. And let's take you through the betting. 28 to 10 Mercurial Jet, 3 to 1 Silk Garden, 33 to 10 Skyfall, and 7 to 2 Queen Britannia, who's got Pierce Stratton +1 on.
Yeah, again, I'm towards the bottom here. I'm not loving the price about Mercurial Jets. I'm leaning towards Skyfall. Fani Bronkhorst, Ryan Munger, drawn at 10. Daughter of United States comes back here to the Vols. Obviously, the first time on the Vols straight, but I like the way that she's been running. I also thought the 11 Queen Britannia with Pierce Stratton aboard, Grand Maroon, ran a nice third last time out. Theoretically should be held by number 12 on that Cerulean Dancer form line. And then after that, of course, we'll throw in the obvious ones. Number 1, Mercurial Jet. And I thought even a horse like number 2, Arabian Sky, at a big price, could be included in the pick 6. Yeah, Arabian Sky could be a nice improver here. But I'm leaning towards Skyfall, Nico.
Yeah, interesting you mentioned Arabian Sky, because I was going to mention it for our good friends Mike Whitstock, Ivan Sneyman and Morgan Brown. I think that her first couple of runs were up the Vaal straight, and she showed a little bit of caliber over the straight course of the Vaal. So I'm willing to put the 2 Arabian Sky in at 16-1. I quite
Correct.
like the Stratham's mount here, Queen Britannia. I think you'll go close today. I think that she's a definite runner at 7-2. But I want to add in one more, and that is the other Grant Maroon runner, the 2-year-old Ashanti Sword. Every time the horse runs, I seem to gravitate towards her for some reason, but she's a huge price at 14-1. So I'm going to chuck her in because of Caden Brewer claiming the 1.5, and the fact that I think he's only 13 winners behind Rachel in the race for the Brenda's Jockey's title. And as Alistair pointed out to me at the Vaal on Thursday, that race is pretty tight. So any win that Caden Brewer can get, he'll take obviously with both hands. So I'm putting that one in as well.
Of course.
You think that is more wide open than what you see on the screen there. Okay, let's move on to the 5th race at 20-3. This is a merit rated 80 handicap over a mile up the straight. In race 5, number 11, Wandering Star, has Calvin Habib riding. No blinkers for the 3, Alinga Longa, and blinkers go on the 5, Blue Moon City. Well, yeah, Spin Doctor has attracted the supporters, come in from 18-10 to 11-10, and the rest have drifted out. Is it race over Spin Doctor to make it 3 in a row?
I don't think so. I do think Lucky rates Spin Doctor, and it was a very good win last time. But now carrying the 58 kilograms has to give horses like Wandering Star quite a bit of weight. Immeasurable, the 5-year-old. So I'm going to take it on with number 11, Wandering Star. Calvin Habib now rides for St. John Gray. I like that run last time. Immeasurable, number 8. On best form, certainly could compete here. We know Keegan DeMello is also riding exceptionally well.
He is.
And then horses like, of course we have to put in Spin Doctor. I mean, gee, this horse could still be anything. But then even horses like Elusive Swan, number 6, Fani Bronkhorst, Muzieni, and the one, Narchi, Mike de Kock, JP van der Merwe. I don't think it's an easy race. And then I even thought a horse like Dawn of New Era, number 7, could pop up here with Gavin Norina aboard. So for me, a trappy race, Nico. For me, the selection would be 11, Wandering Star, and the value number 7, Dawn of a New Era. Open race. Don't love it.
I've been very impressed with Spin Doctor, the way that he's put them to bed in the last 2 wins. He stepped up markedly because he only beat Parker Getrix by 3/4 of a length. And then the next time he really stepped up to win an MR72. He just seems to be going about it the right way. I think he is the horse to beat. But like you said, there are a few that'll be snapping at his heels, principal of which for me would have to be a horse like Elusive Swan, or maybe, as you mentioned, Wandering Star. Calvin Habib, I think, will suit this horse. He rode it a couple of runs back, and I think he'll go pretty close in it again today. So that is pretty much according to the book there, race number 5. Let's go to the 6th race at 3:20. Just clicking on the betting here. I'll read you the changes here. Number 5, Vegas High Rise, is scratched. So the 5 is out of this race. Also note that in race 6, in fact, that's the only change. But I'm just getting another scratching here. Scratching of Narchi, who's been retired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think a couple of our people on this channel will be a bit disappointed that Narchi's been retired, but I'm particularly happy that he's been retired, because the last visit I had to the De Kock stable, which was last week, I said, this horse needs to be retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I said, I've had enough of it. So they've obviously listened. Right. Let's move over to race number 6 and see what the betting holds here. This is a graduation plate over 1,100 meters. What do you think here, Lyall? Do you think it's pretty open, even though it's a graduation plate at set weights?
I do think it's pretty open, even though it's a graduation plate. Remember, when is the best weighted? Gaelic Chief 2nd best. Lucy English comes in 3rd, Mufasa 4th, and the Constable 5th. I'm going to go with number 6, Lucy English. I know that she's always been highly rated. She's not badly in here. Lucky Udlaka, Sianda Sasibo, 53.5 kilograms. She can run. We're not going to let number 7 get away with this weight, so that has to be taken quite seriously, of course. And then another horse that's got such a reputation, Mufasa, who's been so disappointing, if I can say that. Yeah, I won't let him run loose either. There's more to come from him. And then, Nico, Gaelic Chief has to have a chance. Constable has to have a chance. Not an easy race. So if I was pinned against a wall to choose, I'd go with Lucy English. I think she'll give us a good run with that weight.
Yeah, okay, Lucy English. I'm just leaning towards Mufasa for some reason today. I think maybe the fitting of the tongue tie for the first time. I don't know what the horse's issue is, but maybe it's the respiratory noise that it's had on a couple of occasions, blowing respiratory noise. Maybe it's that. something is needed to bring this horse to form. It could be today, but like you say, it's not cut and dried. All of Mufasa, Constable, you mentioned, Gallic Chief, you mentioned, Lucy English, Remember When, they all come into it on best form. And even right down at the bottom, the filly Permessa Avanti, it isn't an easy race.
Not easy.
Tread warily is the word from Lyall there. Race 7, the second last of the day. The fillies and mares 80 handicap over 1,200 meters. In race 7, number 4, Lollapalooza Blinkers. Alamites go on number 15, Song of Liberty. So that is an Alamite update there. It is a Gin Strike Song of Liberty, number 15, which is pretty interesting because it's never worn Alamites in its life before. So I find that extremely interesting. Okay, what are you tipping for us in race 7?
Well, again, not easy. I'm going with number 2, Bequest, as my selection. Muzieni for Alec Laird. I think this horse is now overdue. 556 days since winning. And I thought at the weight here could have a little bit of a chance here, number 2, Bequest. Obviously, On Cue is just going along her business so well. You could not leave her out. She has gone up another 4 points, but she does get the 4 kilograms off again. So, those two both obviously have chances. Number 3, Benguela Cove. There's not much between quite a few of these here, Nico, on the form lines. Number 6, Toto. And I'm talking about that form line of the win of On Cue. Quite a few of them coming from that form line with weight turnarounds. And then over the page, even a horse like number 8, Special Variety. And then finally, if you like Special Variety, the value here could be number 11, Run for Isla, who is weighted to beat Special Variety. And that's number 11 at the bottom. So for me, again, quite an open race, Nico. My selection would be Bequest, and my value would be number 11, Run for Isla.
Okay, well, I like On Cue to kill last time out, which came through and won. I see Sasibo's back on it, but obviously it's taken a hike and it's rating up 4 points because of that win. I don't rule it out completely, but I think that, like you say, it's pretty open. I quite like Toto. I see you also mentioned Toto earlier on.
Yes.
Got the blinkers on today, and Simango Kamalo teaming up with the Asmen. I think that'll go pretty close from a nice outside draw.
So and is 2.5 kilograms better off, Nico?
It is indeed. It is indeed. Yeah. That's the reason why I like it. By the way, the two guys that you coached golf at are crawling around me here. My two boys trying to stay out of trouble over there. So let's see if we can get through the last in one piece. The 8th race at 4:30 is a classified stakes over 1,200 meters. In race 8, scratched on numbers 1, Voyeur, and 18, Princess Queen. Number 3, Feather the Nest, Pierce Stratum. Number 17, Caruso, Nathan Klink. And then compression masks on 11, Roger the Dodger, and 17, Caruso. Now, just quickly, I know you gave me some numbers today, but Neil Andrews phoned me pretty early this morning and said to me, did I like number 4, Big City Girl at all? And I did say to him that I did like it a bit because I, as you are, and I know you feel the same way about Henny Krailing, I think he deserves a lot more opportunities than he actually gets. But he rides this horse really well. He hasn't ridden it for ages. I don't think he's ridden it in the last, well, certainly in the last year, I don't think. But he's ridden it well. And I suggested we put that into the PA that you gave us. So we've added that into the PA numbers that you gave us into the last leg. But I think you're leaning towards probably Feather the Nest and Written in Stone, who you continuously are going for.
Oh, Nico, I don't like this race at all. I've had my strong opinions earlier. This race, I don't like it. So thank you for putting Big City Girl in. I need all the help I can get for this race. I'm going with Written in Stone. Guess who's riding? Jeffrey Seister.
Yes.
Jeffrey Seister.
He had 100 to 1, over 100 to 1. I think it was maybe even more than 100 to 1 double yesterday. And he told everyone after the penultimate race, he'd win the last race.
I think it was 4,000 to 1.
Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, 4,000.
Yeah, 4,000. So I'm more confident now that Jeff's ridden his little small double at 4,000 to 1. Yeah. Written in Stone has got as good a chance as any. That's the reason I'm going for it. Number 3, Feather the Nest, obviously a chance. The 11, Roger the Dodger, could be a big player here. Number 10, Back to Basics, but goodness gracious me, Nico, I have no idea, to be perfectly honest. I don't know.
I've been going for this horse Grisha every time it runs with no luck whatsoever. But again, Caden Brewer rides this at just 51 kilos. Is she out of the equation completely, Grisha?
Nothing's out of the equation here. With 51 kilograms, she could be dangerous too. You know, these last races, Often that PA is sitting on 40 Rand and it ends up paying 1,000 Rand.
100%. We
his
did it
last race.
yesterday. The Ghost Rider went out the last leg of the PA yesterday. Stunning exit. But he had 2 horses, but he couldn't survive. And it was the same case. So I would say, I would agree with you. Load up. All of 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are the horses we've put in our take a bet place accumulator. But in addition to that, you mentioned Roger the Dodger, who I quite like. And then further down, even horses like After Hours and Grisha. Neil liked Caruso the last time it ran.
Caruso must, now that it's come into the race, compression mask on, could also have a bit of a chance here. And Nico, we haven't even mentioned the 2 best weighted horses in the race, which are Gal Gadot and Sabrina Fairchild. It just shows you how horrible the race is, or how tough the race is. But the 2 best weighted, we don't even have them in here. So it's got to go wide.
Okay, not an easy race to end off the day on, but we are coming through you pretty early on a Tuesday morning with the news that racing goes at the Vaal today. As you heard from Lyall, it is a good to soft track at the moment, but it will dry out, and we are only days away from the upcoming Hollywood Bets Durban July. And Lyall, I'm looking forward to spending the day out at the Vaal with you. I'll see you there a bit later on. I know we're also doing a Take a Bet promotion out there this morning. And we're looking forward to doing that too a bit later on. Have a great day. Thanks so much for the input. And let's hope that we've guided our Clock in the Gallop followers in the correct way today, Lyall.
Thanks, Nico. Drive safe.
Thanks, you too. Cheers to everyone watching today. We'll see you out at the Vaal a bit later.